If Trump doesn't do anything right now, this is it. This is over.
I'm not interested in your black pill doomerism. I don't give a about that. Okay, Brett, what's the point of you calling in here? What's up?
I wasn't planning to call in. They told me to call in.
Right, but what's the point? That's what I'm asking. What's the point, though? What are you hoping to achieve by calling in?
I was just asking the question in the chat. What's the point of releasing the files? You know who's on there.
Who's on there?
We all know who the big players are.
Who?
Hell, the Mossad, the whole United States.
Okay, so let's say that's true. And
so what do you want to release it for?
You don't want it to be publicly declared that the United States knows that it was Mossad that's on that list?
Who can get arrested? For what?
What does it matter? Do you think that it would be a good step for the American people to know that?
No.
It wouldn't.
Honestly,
why not?
Honestly, no.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
Because we need accountability. They're not going to take it. So you're just going to know who the evil people are. You're going to see what they've done. It's going to be just it's a waste of time, sir. And all I'm saying, I am with you. I would love to see that and to be able to see the players get in trouble for it. But the reality is it's not happening.
Tell me specifically in Mossad who's on it.
How would I know that?
Well, geez, it almost like it'd be helpful to have the files released, huh?
For what, though? You're going to know who they are, and you're not going to be able to do nothing.
But you already know, so why don't you tell us all?
What you're pretending like you don't understand what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying
understand. Even if you know who they are. Okay. You know Epstein. You know his wife is on it. You know his girlfriend's on it. You know Tom Hanks is on. None of these people. Bill Gates is on it. You know all these people, and they're still there in front of your face.
The point is, there's 0% chance of accountability for anything ever if the American people can't see proof of the things that you're alleging that occur, right? There's no chance of accountability. Even if the chance of accountability would be small, if this evidence is released to the public, it would still be worth releasing it. What would be the harm of releasing it?
Because there will never, and I'm saying to you, never be any accountability. If Trump doesn't do anything right now, this is it. This is over.
I'm not interested in your black pill doomerism. I don't give a shit about that. The irony is you're the exact same type of person that would have been saying the same in 2015, right? There's no need to release any evidence on any. Please, let me finish. Let me finish. There's no need to release evidence on any corruption that ever occurred with anything anyways, because nothing will ever be done about it. So what's the point of it all anyways? What's the point of you even calling in and talking on the show? Why would you even listen to a show like me? You know the answer at the end of the day. Nothing will be done about anything. So why even listen to a show like this?
Because we actually thought that Trump had balls, and
but now you know he won't. Now you know it. Now you know he won't.
So then there's no point now.
Right. So why are you listening to me right now? There's no point to anything.
Why was I listening to you? I'm listening to you based on the Israel and Iran situation.
But you already know the answer, right? We're just going to bow down to Israel about everything and nothing will ever be done to harm them, correct?
No, I was actually hoping that this was actually a play.
How? You already know the answer, because even if Trump released the Epstein files tomorrow, you know that it would not be actually a play. You 100% already said, even if he would release them, you already know the answer, that nothing will be done to punish Mossad.
The annihilation, the help of Iran, China, and Russia annihilate, actually Israel would actually be more helpful than seeing some kids being touched by these creepy Fs.
No, I think that if your argument as to why we shouldn't see the Epstein files is because we all know that it implicates Mossad, but nothing will ever be done to Mossad, then you already have your answer on how this conflict's going to play out. The United States will have Israel's back no matter what. They're protecting Israel so much that they know that they were sponsoring horrific crimes, and they won't release the files. They're protecting them so much in that sense. But you think that there's a chance that they won't protect them when it comes to like this sort of conflict? So why even bother to listen to it? You already know the answer. The United States is 100% involved with protecting Israel no matter what at all times, correct?
Well, when I first voted for him, he wasn't.
Okay,
all of a sudden he is now.
Fine, great, whatever. But you know right now, so why even listen to any of this information? Why are you interested in looking up any information about the conflict between Israel and Iran when it comes to what Trump will do? You already know the answer. Tell us all what Trump's going to do. Go ahead. You know the answer, so just tell us so we all know. I'm glad that someone that's this clairvoyant on the show, by the way.
Well, since you put it that way, he won't do shit.
Okay,
So
then
why
what's
have
the
a show
point?
about it anyway?
Right.
So why have a show?
Well, I'm not in agreement with you.
But
That's your point.
what is the point of talking about any of it?
That's
We
your
already
perspective.
know.
That's your
We
perspective,
already know
not
he's
mine.
going to back. You already know he's going to back Israel. You already know he's going to back it. You
That's
know that
your
that's going to
perspective.
further problems.
That's
you
your
already
perspective.
Know this, bro.
That's your perspective, not mine. So we'll talk about my perspective in a minute. But your perspective is
Go
all
ahead.
of this
Talk
is
about your perspective, because I would really like to know.
your perspective is none of this matters anyways. So what the fuck's the difference? So then I'm asking you what now you're asking me for my opinion. What do you give a fuck what my opinion is? You already have the answer. So why do you give a shit? Exactly. Why are you listening to this? I don't understand it. You already know the answer. Why? If I was you and I was 100% confident, this is it. I know. I would be watching fucking Price is Right or something. Is American Idol on? What the fuck you doing here?
Listen, I wasn't on the Iran and Israel. I thought that was a total different situation. I'm asking you about the Epstein files, and I'm telling you that is just stupid to release that. It's really dumb. It's
not dumb to release it. It's not dumb to release it, right? But we'll get to my perspective as to why it's not. I've already sort of told you, but we'll get to that. But now that you know that, I guess you didn't know that Israel versus Iran involved Israel. You didn't know that? You're just learning that now, that the Israel-Iran conflict has Israel in it? You didn't know that until you heard me? I'm glad I could help you out with that. I thought it would be self-evident that Israel being one of the two countries involved would mean that Israel was involved. But apparently you didn't know that. That's what you're telling me?
I guess I didn't.
Can you explain that?
Thank you for the education.
What two countries did you think were involved? Were the primary people?
I guess I didn't. Like I said, I came on here to talk about the Epstein files, not Israel and Iran. That's what I did.
Why did you click on this show in the first place,
And you gave me a bunch of shit that ain't gonna matter to nothing.
That's not true. I gave an answer. You might not like the answer. My question to you is, my question to you is,
United States. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
My question to you is, what made you click on this video in the first place? If you already know, that fucking Iran-Israel conflict, the United States is just going to bow down to Israel for everything. Why even click?
I clicked it because actually I'm a follower of Andrew. And I came to support you since you came out of nowhere. And I thought it would be great to support you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think you're a doomer.
You're welcome.
What do you think Andrew would say to you?
What do you mean what I think he would say?
What do you think he'd say? He'd laugh at your face and call you a fucking doomer.
I don't actually think he would bring this up. I don't think he's dumb enough to bring it up.
Because
even he knows this is stupid.
He literally talked about it in his big Rumble show today, you fucking idiot. But thanks for being such a good follower of his that you didn't watch his big show.
He talked about something that he knows that will never come out. I mean, I'm the fucking idiot.
No. He talked about He talked about the Israel-Iran conflict. He has talked about the Epstein files in the past.
And I keep telling you the reason why I clicked them.
All right, let me explain to this dumb fucking bitch exactly what I'm saying so she can't hear. One, I think that when people assume that they know something, that it's still different than when they see the evidence publicly shown in front of their face. Second, just because this lady is supremely confident that Mossad's involved, the truth is that the majority of people in this country, while some may have their suspicions,
your stupid ass is not.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Learn your place, you dumb fucking. Anyways, to further the point, the majority of people won't be able to know that until they see public evidence of it. This is always the way that it goes. People think that they suspect certain things, but once the government comes out and admits it, it changes the narrative around it. And that's exactly what would happen. If the United States government came out tomorrow and said, here are Epstein files that prove that Mossad was using this as an entrapment, and here are all the Congress people, and here are all the prominent officials that they entrapped, it absolutely would change the narrative in this country and change the way that elections went. It might not have direct consequences as far as criminality today, but it certainly would come around to that it would shift the narrative that way. If you're so black-pilled that you say, I know that's what this evidence shows, but I don't want the evidence to be made public because it would just be a waste of time. It would just be a waste of time. Then you're so black-pilled that nothing matters, like this Israel-Iran conflict. If you literally believe that Donald Trump and company right now know that the files show definitively that Mossad was running this as a honeypot in order to attract U.S. politicians and powerful people, then you already know the answer of what their decision is going to be on the Israel-Iran conflict. You already know. And if you know so much that you're like, I don't even want the Epstein files released, then why the fuck would you bother to pay attention to something like this? Even the people that most are like, I think Mossad did this, I think Israel's responsible for all evils in the world, almost every one of them would say, I would fucking welcome proof of that being made public. I would be able to say, see, we fucking told you. Now, can we get some fucking answers? Can we get some accountability? And you're right, maybe that accountability never comes. But you're the only dumb fucking bitch I've ever heard that was like, how dare you even suggest that we should release the files? You fucking idiot. There, I hope that cleared it up for you. So anyways, productive conversation there.